With all this talk about Deadpool 3 and then of course, the Mandalorian having Boba Fett in it, feel like it's finally time after 4 years that we do a reaction to Epic Rap Battles of History's Deadpool versus Boba Fett. Never seen this one. There's so many great epic rap battles haven't seen. And for some reason, I've chosen this year in particular to start playing catch up on it. Let's see what's going on. Hashtag Save Daredevil, just throwing that out there. Yo. It's good, it's good. Oh. Deadpool. Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh, cool. Cool. Ah. Oh. Ah. Great shot! Oh, damn. Dude, that was great. That was so cool. That was so cool.
Battle. That was a solid battle.
Who voiced Deadpool? That was a great one.
Punch Robert.
Yeah. That was fantastic. That was fantastic.
That
was an epic rap battle.
I don't know who to choose as the winner.
Oh, that's a toughie.
Because, Deadpool had so many fun, awesome zingers, but then when Boba Fett came in, he was just it was super cold.
Yeah.
So it's like Boba Fett had it for me on just the savagery side, but then Deadpool was just so perfectly Deadpool.
It's a tough toss-up. Because I thought that early line that they had, that Deadpool said, I felt like a character that I barely know anything about and dissing him about the original trilogy. I feel like, for a long time, a lot of Star Wars fans have really gotten to know Boba Fett and his backstory, and then even now in The Mandalorian, that'll be a period more, we'll even know more about him, and more than just people who read the books or saw some Clone Wars. They'll know more about Boba Fett now. So I thought those diss lines at the beginning, I'm like, yeah, a few years ago, rock solid. But then once we all know about Boba Fett, we can't have that same kind of diss, that same kind of complaint,
Yeah, well, and that flow change up too. I think that might be the thing that edges me closer to calling it for Boba, just because that flow change at the end was actually pretty sick. I got a hats off to I always wonder if it's the same writer for all of these or if it's a few people, because these are bars, man. They're great on the referential end, but the rhymes are good. The flows are hot.
I don't know if I missed it, but were there any lines ones that reference Origins Wolverine, because you got a lot of diss lines from both angles here, riffing on their most popular stuff. Disintegration, Deadpool being played by Ryan Reynolds, the Cable basic line was so rock solid, you know?
No good to be Deadpool.
Oh, it was so cool. So many of these lines were so wicked. Couldn't tell if I could catch any of those X-Men Origins Wolverine lines, if they had any in there, because I thought they would probably do something like that. But one thing that always impresses me with epic rap battles too is the visual effects and their change and production design throughout each one of these music videos. You know, you got so many different outfits with Deadpool. Even you get the comic book panel, you get the Star Wars setting, you get the ship, and then you get other Star Wars characters in the background. Ah, man, I'm so envious of this. I can't tell who won.
I can't either. It's weird because at the outset of the video, I was like, this is a weird mashup of characters who I never expected or thought should go head to head, but then when they do, it's so perfect.
I feel like it would be, if you were to tell me this match was happening, I would instantly assume it's Deadpool who's gonna win. And then I was really surprised by the bars the Mandalorian brought, because he used the insult, he kind of like Eminem 8 Miled him in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's a lot going against Boba Fett, you know? Like Deadpool is talking about how the most overglorified character, he barely has any lines in the trilogy. One of them was
and I love that comeback too then about how Deadpool is just a bunch of other characters' powers.
Yeah, and then saying like a ripoff of Deathstroke, he took Spider-Man's eyes, you know, you're just saying all these
healing powers.
But my point is there was so much more working against Boba Fett here, and what he managed to do was use like, I don't even need much. I don't need as much as you do, and yet I'm still super famous and super loved. I'm like, damn, it's hard to argue with.
Showed up.
Less is more. He showed up, became iconic. He doesn't have to say much or do much. It's just how much essence this guy apparently has. And so I would edge it out to Boba Fett just because of how, within the writing of this epic rap battle, he managed to make it work for him.
Yeah.
Because you start off with Deadpool saying, "You're the most famous character I know nothing about." I love that, because that was kind of the view that I shared towards Boba Fett for such a long time. Man, you're such an overglorified character. But then, after getting more knowledge on Star Wars, I'm like, actually, there's a big story to this guy. There's a huge history to this guy, And so many years ago, I had that interpretation of him, and as did I think a lot of people, and probably a lot of people still do, right? But utilizing that, he didn't have to go into like a bunch of Star Wars canon from like Legends or comics or anything like that. He still worked off of the movies alone. So the fact that he worked with the few he had and still managed to make it really impactful, gotta edge it to Boba Fett.
Yeah, that underdog energy. That he came in the under. It's like Deadpool did exactly what I was hoping for and was great, but Boba Fett had that underdog edge.
Yes.
Where it's like, damn.
All right, guys. Well, epic rap battles of history. Recommend some other ones to go check out, but this was. It's pretty rock solid, not gonna lie. I love the hell out of this one. Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell to get notified whenever we got a new YouTube video up. Hit that like button if you enjoyed our vid. Last but not least, let's do a gotta shouts out Anissa Oliva. We missed her shout out last month.
Sorry.
Apologies, but yesterday I actually hopped on a spontaneous call with her. She's a dear friend of ours, and then I hopped on a spontaneous call with her. We ended up talking for like 40 minutes. So Anissa, it's great catching up with you. I just want to reiterate a few things that we talked about. I think you're hilarious, relatable. You got all the right kind of geeky cuteness about you. I think you're a total catch, and I can keep going on and on. You're very caring.
Absolutely.
You're empathetic, you're sympathetic, you're
generous,
intellectual.
You care for others, you give
kind of
just
yourself. Repeating some stuff I said.
I mean,
the only thing you added on was the generous part. But
I mean, you're generous. You are gonna meet me at the gas station at some point, and then we will commune over cheap snacks. We'll have like a gas station date. We'll buy some cheap Danishes and some coffee drinks, and then we'll set up a little banquet table on the bathroom. Figure it out from there.
This is the guy who you're attracted to.
That's right. And I'm just enhancing that right now by elaborating on this situation. We'll have napkins made of the toilet paper. It's gonna be the best. We'll carve a hole